living in the trees. It's two cities and they're only...
To set this up a little bit, there is a growing controversy, what I am saying. The mayor of Hammond, Tom McDermott Jr., and the Hammond Fire Department looks like they're barreling, heading for a full-blown, I don't know what. What should we call it? Let's ask Ed Lomeli. Ed is with 556 in Hammond. Hey, Ed.
How are you, preacher?
I'm taking a beating, sir. How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, join the club.
You want to paint the picture? I know that you and some firemen today in large numbers were out knocking on doors and spreading the word. Where were you and what were you talking about?
Well, not just today. We started on Monday. We actually hit the 4949 Calumet. A truck company was taken out of service.
That's Station 1?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. On Calumet Avenue there, which is Councilman Salinas' district. It was taken out of service on January 7th. Truck number 8, which was in Hessville area, the area that you live.
That's correct.
On 165th in Kansas, was taken out of service of January 1st. The mayor, we had a meeting with the mayor, trying to come to a compromise about taking a truck company or any other piece of apparatus out of service, and after a 2-hour meeting, we couldn't come to a compromise. What happened is that at that point, we were going to, the mayor and some of the city officials wanted to put 2 people on a piece of apparatus, which NFPA 1710 says that you should have a minimum of 4. Well, everybody knows with economical resources and everything else that with 3 men on a rig, you're ahead of the game, but you should have, technically you should have 4 people on a piece of fire apparatus. But anyway, the whole city runs with basically 3 firefighters on each piece of apparatus. But at that point, with the cost of overtime, which we are down 25 firefighters from the day that we signed the contract and 2 pieces of apparatus for the city of Hammond, where we felt that we've compromised with the tax collections in the city of Hammond, that we've met our obligation. But now, with taking this truck company out of service, the safety of the citizens, we've got nothing to gain, preacher, and I'm going to say this again tomorrow because we bought time, that we are not benefiting any way, anyhow, by walking door to door. We're not getting a raise out of this deal. We're not fighting a raise. We're not fighting anything but public safety. And I want that to be known to every citizen in Hammond, that there is firefighters walking door to door to say, you know what, we value your safety and we value our safety.
Let me ask you one question. It's eating at
Sure.
me. Ed Lomeli, you are the president of 566, is that correct, or 556?
556, correct.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that is the Firemen's Union.
Firemen's Union, correct.
Okay. Who, to the best of your knowledge, has the expertise to be consulting or advising the mayor of Hammond on how and where fire protection could be cut? Who has that type of expertise? This is freaking me out. Who has
Nobody,
that type?
Other than the citizens, a firefighter. Nobody other than listening to a group of citizens that represent every district in the city of Hammond, then a firefighter would know who has the best geographic safety point of the citizens of Hammond than a firefighter, or the people that may have been a firefighter, or people that live in their area that know where the schools are, know where the high-rises are. Nobody other than a firefighter.
Okay, then tell me this. To your knowledge, has the mayor been talking to firemen, or whether they be it management or line guys, to the best of your knowledge? Has he conferred with them?
I will tell you what has happened to this point. 4 days before January 1st, I was called in and told that this was going to happen. And I'll tell you, our new chief, After Dave Hammond left, we have 2 new fire chiefs, Kevin Margraf and Jeff Smith. And I can tell you that this is weighing on them because this was dropped in their lap. That a truck company was going to be broken down, or excuse me, not manned, and then because of the overtime cost factor that it costs the city.
Now, when you wait a second, Ed, let me we all understand. When you say not manned, does that mean when the normal fire truck that puts the fire out leaves the building, there's 3 guys left behind, or there's nobody there?
There's nobody on that piece of apparatus. That thing sits in the station, no matter what. You know, whether it's a garbage truck, a fire truck,
right,
a Chevy, a Cadillac. That piece of apparatus sits in that station. There's nobody on it. There's a reason why, you know, it doesn't respond. You can have, it looks great when it's sitting in the fire truck, in the fire station, but if there's nobody on it, it does you no good.
Now, here's what I do know, and I'm no expert, but I do know this about the city of Hammond. The firehouses in the city of Hammond have been placed where they are. They're located where they are because we are train track locked. That's a fact. There could be any number of scenarios where a fire truck or a policeman, if he happened to be locked, and policemen are a little bit different because they're out moving around all day long. And they could be in different spots all across the city. But the firemen are in place. And the way that the train tracks run, especially in Hessville, you could divide, what is that, Station 5 or 6 on 169th Street?
That is Station 6.
Okay, correct. And Station 8 on 165th Street. If all hands were needed for, God forbid, River Forest or whatever they're calling that apartment complex now, where literally thousands of people live, you could have a problem if there's a train on Kennedy Avenue.
You're
dead in the water.
You're absolutely 100% correct.
It happens to us every day.
This is way before my time and way before anything else happened. The tracks are there and the stations are there and the rigs, which we call apparatus, a truck company or a piece of an engine company, are there strategically because of geographics of the city of Hammond.